Hello, people. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. If you're seeing this as a VOD, I hope you are doing wonderful and doing great. We're going to be chilling out today. We're really close to 1,500 subscribers, so I want this to be a little bit of a special stream because 1,500 subs is something that I really wanted to hit. So it's really awesome to be here with you guys. It's really awesome, really incredible. Thank you guys for joining me on the journey of YouTube and the journey of growth, the journey of getting better. That's what it's all about, man. So thank you guys for that. I'm going to wait a second and give people a chance to get in here because I'm going to be working on some videos while I chill and talk with you guys for a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a second and give people a chance to get in here while I work on my next video. I already have the pictures uploaded, which is sick, so all I have to do is record. So actually I don't have a video to work on. This video will be live later today, guys, too. So if you're seeing this as a VOD or if you're in here live right now, I'm going to start trying to go live every single day. The timing is going to vary, probably around midday every day, 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Yo, what's up, man? How are you doing? Gavin, hope you're having a good day, brother. Hope you're staying safe out there in the crazy world, man. But what was I saying? No, yeah, I'm gonna try to go live every single day around this time. So if you guys are wanting to get involved with the live streams every single day and just come in here and chill with me, have someone to talk to, you can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling. Just got up, had some breakfast, had a cup of coffee, working on some videos. Thought I would get my daily live stream in. You do the Walking Dead what ifs. I never have, but it's gonna be something that I end up doing. Yeah, I want to do a lot of different type of Walking Dead content and stuff like that, bro. Because I just love the series, But I haven't done a what if video yet. But I'm definitely gonna be making one because it's just a cool concept, like getting in there and saying, hey, like what if this character would have stayed alive? What if this would have happened, right? It's something I really want to do. So yeah, the series it's my favorite as well, bro. It's my favorite as well. I really love it. It's an absolute wonderful series, I think. Sorry if I'm a little bit if I sound a little off. I think I might be getting a little bit sick or something, guys. I don't know. My nose is a little runny, so if I sound a little bit crappy, my apologies. We got 5 people in here already. We're super close to 1,500 subs too, guys. So if you're new and you want to subscribe, that would be great. Help me accomplish my goals, man. We all have goals. We all have things we're trying to do in this life. Your support helps me get there. Do you know a guy named Nick's Topics? He does the Walking Dead What If. No, I've never actually watched him before. I subscribe. Thanks, Gavin. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I would consider myself a cool guy. There's a lot of people in the world that are not cool. But I would consider myself a cool dude. But I appreciate you for saying that as well. But no, I never watched him. To be honest, the only Walking Dead YouTubers I really watch are now I think the only YouTuber I watch for Walking Dead stuff is Movie Idol, man, to be honest. That's pretty much it. Um, do you watch other shows? Yeah, I do. Not like religiously. I'm actually not really a big TV show guy, to be fair. Um, where's my phone charger? It's getting so dead. I'm actually not a big TV show watcher, though, to be honest, man. I watch pretty much The Walking Dead. I've tried other stuff. Haven't really been into it too much. A lot of content, man, a lot of stuff I'm just not really into. I just don't like I can't get into stuff that I don't know, man, like a lot of stuff to me just doesn't grab my interest, you know? I've been watching The Walking Dead since I was like 11 years old or 12 years old. So, I'm 25 now. And yeah, I mean, it makes a lot more sense, for me, in terms of why I like this show so much. It's just been a part of my life for so long. I've watched other shows and enjoyed them though. Like, there's this TV show called The Sinner, which is pretty good. I enjoyed that. There's also a show called um, there was an old show on Netflix called Jericho, and it actually had who's the dude that plays Morgan in The Walking Dead? How come I can't remember his name? Wow, that's honestly insane that I can't remember his name. Um, but he was in that show. It was really awesome. I've never watched Breaking Bad. Everyone tells me I should watch Breaking Bad, and I'm like, I want to get to it. I really do. I want to, but I just haven't had a chance yet, man. Yeah, we have 18 people in the stream right now. That's awesome, bro. If you guys are new and you guys want to subscribe, it really helps me hit my goals. So thank you guys so much for the support. It's fun to get in here and just chill and just talk with you guys. That's what I'm trying to do. If you guys want to come and be a part of the family, man, and you know, become a part of the community and chill out with me and here a little bit every single day, that's awesome. I'm gonna start going live every single day, or at least, multiple days a week. I'm gonna do videos every single day pretty much. So the first two seasons of The Walking Dead are goated. I agree. Jay Breezy, I agree. Um, it's funny because I'm actually in the middle of rewatching The Walking Dead for probably my like fifth time or sixth time, but it's my girlfriend's first time seeing it, and rewatching it this time, I really had even more of an appreciation for season two. Season two of The Walking Dead is really, really sick, man. You never watched Breaking Bad? No, I've never watched Breaking Bad. I've seen clips and stuff on the internet, and everyone tells me, bro, watch it, watch it. You're missing out. My season, The Walking Dead, has to be season 6 or season 4. What are you talking about? Your favorite season? Yeah, I would agree. Personally, my favorite season is season 6, and that's actually the season me and my girlfriend are on right now. We just finished season 6, episode 3, and that's the whole Glenn dumpster thing. You know what I mean? And that's pretty interesting stuff. So, no, you're fine, bro. No worries. I just was trying to make sure I understood what you were saying, but I got what you're saying. Season 5 is excellent. Yeah, season 5 is that's like the golden era, bro. Like guys, that's the golden era of the show to me. Like when you think about it, I always tell people when they say, "What's the golden era of The Walking Dead?" Well, I always tell them season 4, 5, and 6. That's like the peak of excellence, of just perfection. Worst season is 11. Oof. I don't know. I actually kind of liked season 11. I'm not gonna lie, because you want to know why? I had a different level of appreciation for season 11 because it was the last season. So it kind of made me like it a little bit more, I think, because I knew it was like over after that. Um, I don't know. I think season 11 was definitely a little bit stretched out, but I don't know if it was the worst though, man. I'm not gonna lie. To me anyway. Yeah, 1 to 6 was peak, 7 started going downhill. 8 was better than 7. 9 was really great. 10 was mediocre. I think 11 was a little bit better than 10 in terms of interest because I found the Commonwealth storyline extremely interesting. You know what I mean? So like that's kind of how I rate it. Like season 1 was a great introduction. 2 was incredible. 3 I think was a little bit worse than 2, but still really good. 4 was better than all of them. and then 5 was better than 4, and then 6 was better than 5 and 4. You know, I think six was better than all the seasons to me. So that's kind of how I rate them. You know, I love season 9, bro. Season 9 was in my top 3 seasons for a long time, to be honest. I always would I'd always say, excuse me, I'd always say 6, 5, and then 9. Those are my top 3 seasons. But upon thinking about it, I don't think I can say season 9 is better than season 4. But season 4 second half to me is not that good, to be honest. I wasn't really that big into season 4 second half, guys. Like after the prison went to hell and everything and all this stuff happened. Yo, 24 people in the stream right now. Yo, if you guys are new to the stream, I go live every single day. I like to sit in here and just waste time and chill out with you guys. So if you guys want to come join in on the conversations, subscribe, turn the notifications on. I go live pretty much every day. Just, you know, I'll sit in here for like an hour or so, just chill out with you guys. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I liked season 11 for some reason. Yeah, bro, I know. I like season 11 too. Like, and when I say that, people are like, "Yo, you're crazy." I'm like, dude, I thought Mercer was a cool character. I enjoyed Yumiko way more in season 11 than any other season. I think she was really good in season 11. I couldn't stand her character in season 9 or 10 though. I think Yumiko has one of the craziest like turnarounds for me. She was so frustrating. She was so frustrating in season 9 and season 10. And then in season 11, when she became like the lawyer, I think she was awesome. And it's like little characters like that makes like seasons good. It makes seasons great, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's all about this. It's all about the side characters. The spinoffs are good. I like Daryl Dixon. I don't like Dead City though. Personally, it's kind of ass. Negan's awesome though, but they fumbled like they screwed up Negan's like character like story now. You know, they kind of messed it up, I think. Like he's done good, but he should have been doing something else. Should have been doing something a little bit more important, I think. I don't know. There could have been something better for Negan, man. Governor carried season 4. The first half was great. Second half of season 4 was a little bit boring. It was still cool though, because it's like it felt like The Walking Dead. They were all out in the woods surviving. You know? It was cool. It was a little bit boring, but boring doesn't necessarily mean bad to me. I don't think, like, just because it's a little lackluster, I don't think that that's, like, you know, a terrible thing, you know, because it kind of focuses more on the characters and the interactions, and that's necessary and needed, I think, at points in a story, but it was definitely not the most exciting. I felt the second half of season 4 was boring. To be honest, they were just out in the woods. Yeah, no, I mean, that's true. I mean, they were just out in the woods surviving. Beth was trying to get drunk all the time. Daryl was getting drunk, getting mad at her. You know, it was definitely interesting. Governor is my favorite villain in The Walking Dead. Negan is great too. Yeah, the Governor was a great villain, man. Like after, you know, in this rewatch with my girlfriend right now, we've actually watched the first like 5 seasons really fast, and we're almost halfway through season 6. We're on season 6, episode 4. So that's like the Morgan and Eastman episode. We didn't like get that deep into it though. We only watched like 5 minutes of it, and then we're like, let's go to sleep. I'm tired. But yeah, no, we think that just me and her, our opinion, you know, season 3, like the Governor was great, man. He was really great in season 3. And the whole Woodbury thing was actually, I'll say this, upon rewatching, I think season 3 is actually a lot better than I remembered. I didn't like Rick losing his mind. I wasn't into that. I thought that was frustrating. A lot of people think Negan ruined the show and comics, which is crazy to me. I know what you meant, Breezy. I got you, bro. And yeah, I mean, it's understandable though if you think about it. There's a lot of people that, you know, watch the show for the character connection, right? And then when you have a character like Negan that comes in and pretty much changes everything, the whole dynamic of the show changed, right? You know, we were used to seeing our survivors, you know, kick ass. And Negan came in and practically said, hey, you guys aren't doing this anymore, right? So it was just a big change in shift in the story and the way that the story was told. So that's just the way it is. Cool movie Nerd Panda. That's a great name. Me and my dad stopped watching beginning of season 5. Really, that's like the best time to watch. That's an interesting time to stop watching. I've never heard that before. That was the episode that broke TV records. That was the most watched like TV episode like of all time. I believe it accumulated 23 million views in 3 days. I like Rick when he went bloodthirsty mode. Yeah, no, Rick in bloodthirsty mode was wonderful. It was awesome to see. The Walking Dead comics are 10 times more brutal than live action, much more powerful characters. Yeah, I mean, I have some of the comics in my closet. I've actually only read the first issue. Um, but it's good stuff. I mean, it's great. It's great stuff. The comics are wonderful. The comics are very different, compared to the show. Like, I think I started with the show, so my opinion is a little bit different. For people who started reading the comics first and then the show came out, obviously they're gonna have their opinions. But I think it's really about what you started with first. I think the right choice. I think it's the right choice because if Negan never came, Rick and them would have just kept finding a group. Then something goes wrong, and they leave back to the woods. Yeah, I mean it's implemented strategically, you know what I mean, from a writer's standpoint. The way they implemented Negan into the story was smart because it did add a different dynamic that we weren't used to. Because we were used to seeing Rick and them practically just go from, this spot to this spot. There's conflict. They, beat the conflict. Certain characters die, and then they recover. Right? They build again. That's essentially what The Walking Dead is, right? And that's not a bad thing. People say that like, oh, it's repetitive, but like in the end, pretty much every single TV show is somewhat repetitive, right? I mean, it's kind of just the way it is. It's the unfortunate reality of life, bro. Like life's repetitive. Like it just is what it is. Look at any video game that comes out. Look at Call of Duty, look at Battlefield. Look at every single big game, They're all pretty much just like rinse and repeats, bro. It's just the way life is. Like The Walking Dead changed a lot for what it can, It wasn't like capable of changing everything, obviously, but they did a good job of making it as, new as they could. There's only so much they can do. In that, post-apocalyptic world, there's only so much you can do to make things interesting, to make things new and fresh. It's very hard, man. To write stories like that is hard, man. It's very hard. Because essentially it's like, well, we already crossed that road. We already crossed that road. We already crossed that road. We already did this. We already did that. You know what I mean? What's going to happen next? So it's difficult. It's hard. Writing stories is very difficult, bro. If you've ever like tried to write before and you actually like tried to sit down and actually build a character, build stories that make sense, connecting the dots is difficult. Do you watch Dexter? Nah. My dad did. I never watched Dexter though. I heard it's great. I had a couple friends that watched it that said it was really great, but I've never watched Dexter, to be honest. I've heard great things about Dexter, though. Maybe I should give it a watch. I think the worst seasons of The Walking Dead is still great media. It's just compared to its best seasons. Yeah. That's how I always describe The Walking Dead. Like, The Walking Dead's worst seasons are still better than so many other shows, Like, I still would prefer to watch Season 7, Season 8 of The Walking Dead pretty much over majority of shows. So... Great, I just spilled my drink all over my bed. That's awesome. We love to see that. At least I got the paper towels on deck. Got the paper towels on deck, boys. And we all know what those paper towels are for. Terrible joke. Terrible joke to the 10 people that are in here. My apologies. Dexter is a great serial killer show. Yeah, I mean, I've heard great things about it. I'm sure maybe eventually I will give it a watch. If Frank Darabont stayed, the show would have been a masterpiece. You think so? There's a lot of people that think that, but I don't know, man. It's just so hard. Like, hypotheticals are so difficult when it comes to stuff like that or shows like that. It's so hard to really understand what direction they would have gone in and what would have happened, It's very difficult to, to understand the direction he would have gone. Like trying to understand how he would have, had the stories told. Think about like the Whisperers or like Negan, right? Like how would have Darabont handled that, right? Compared to Gimple or Angela Kang, right? It would have been interesting. I wish we knew like in a different universe how it would have looked, and I wish we could go and like compare, and realize which one we like more. I think that would be sick to be able to do. Obviously, that's not the way real life works, though, guys. Right? It's just not. And we got 15 people in here right now. Guys, if you guys could do me a favor and like the stream. Every time you like the stream, it really helps it grow. Helps more people see it. So if you guys want to do me a favor real quick and just drop a like on it for me. Helps me out a lot, man. More than you guys know. The more people we can get in here, the better. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Everybody that drops a like, I appreciate it. If you drop a like, you're going to have good luck for the rest of your life. I promise. Guaranteed good luck. I wonder what it would look like if HBO made this show. Man, yeah. I mean, I don't like HBO, to be honest. I don't like HBO's formatting. I don't like the way they do their storytelling. I don't like it. Maybe that's unpopular opinion. I'm not a fan. HBO's too, how can I say this without crossing a line? AMC is more story-based. HBO is more propaganda-based. They're more agenda-based. And I think that messes up stories worse than anything. There's nothing more that kills a story than that. That absolutely ruins every story and kills every story. It just does. Because you get out of the realm of reasoning. You start messing with. I mean, that says it all right there. They turned it down because of the violence. I mean, they're the soft. No, they're not it, bro. HBO, I don't know. HBO has all the potential. They have all the money. They have all the budget. They have everything that they need to make great shows. And they continuously flop, in my opinion. Like, The Last of Us is a flop. It just is. The Last of Us Season 1 was really great. It was good, I thought. I'd give The Last of Us Season 1 like an 8, like maybe an 8, 8.5 out of 10. Thought it was really great. But 100%. I do not like HBO. Yeah, they're not a great company. They're agenda based, bro. And AMC never really felt that way. Like AMC never felt like they were trying to. Like I never felt like I was watching a protest when I was watching The Walking Dead. And I love that because I don't want to feel that way. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions and their own political beliefs, religious beliefs, personal beliefs, human rights beliefs, dude. I don't care what you believe. But I don't want to feel like I'm watching a protest when I'm watching a TV show, I don't want to feel like I'm watching a politicized event or, some sort of hidden undertone to what's going on, right? I don't want to feel that way. I don't. If I wanted to do that, I'd go watch politics. I'm trying to dive into a fictional world to take my mind off of all the BS that's already happening in life with that nonsense. We already have to deal with so much political stuff, so much going on in the world right now. The last thing I want to do is, the thing that I typically do to take my mind off this stuff, play video games and watch TV shows. That's the stuff that I do to escape from the fucking reality. That's just the reality. I don't want to go sit down after reading the news and watching YouTube videos on politics and seeing all this nonsense in my life already. Freaking TikTok For You pages, Instagram Reels, stuff being sent to me, all this nonsense. I don't want to sit down and go see that stuff on the one thing I use to get away from all that shit. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I do. I play video games and I watch TV shows. Those are my escapes, right? We all have different escapes. Sometimes it's reading books. Sometimes it's this, that, whatever. For me, it's playing video games and watching TV, man. You do that at the end of the day, bro. I go take a shower. Me and my girl will hop in the shower. Get some bedroom cardio in, hop in the shower, and then we'll, turn on the TV. I don't want to sit here and feel like I'm watching some sort of agenda being shoved down my throat. I don't like that. And that's for either way. It doesn't matter if it's, Democrat or Republican or if it's this or that. I don't care what it is. I don't want to feel that way. I want to just watch a good fictional TV show with a good story, right? That is immersive. That's what I want to feel like. So, I mean, it is what it is. But personally, I'm not into that stuff. And that's where HBO lost me. HBO lost me because it turned into unrealistic stuff, nonsense. It's just not, it's not it, bro. It's supposed to be fake and fantasy, but they're trying to relate to people in real life. Yeah, that's all it is. Because, we have ADHD going on really bad in the world right now. We do. We have a lot of ADHD going on. So it's just hard. Do I have a Discord server? No, I don't have a Discord server. I thought about making one. If I'm going to keep on going live and stuff like that and trying to grow my community a little bit more. And if my community grows and people stay consistent with me and everything like that, and we keep on growing up, if we hit 2,000 subs, when I hit 2,000 subs, I will make a Discord server. If we hit 2,000 subs anytime recently, or anytime soon, I mean. Yeah, that's sweet. No, yeah, I've had a couple people ask me about Discord, bro. So, I might do it, here soon. It just depends. It may not even be 2K subs or whatever. Whatever, I definitely want to reach out and yeah, I want to grow and have a community and stuff like that. I think it'd be sweet to have like a Discord chat and stuff where everyone can go in there and like share stories or talk about what they're dealing with their life or whatever. You know what I mean? And just have a cool little community full of fans that are cool people. You know what I mean? I want to do that for sure. My videos have been doing pretty good lately, so if I keep on growing and everything like that, I've been uploading a lot of shorts as well. Just trying to get more views and stuff like that and get people to, check out my channel and everything like that. I've been trying to go live, meeting some new people in the channel and the streams and stuff. So that's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, no, I definitely want to make a Discord. It's definitely in the plans, bro, for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. They always do this thing where they, they'll sit here and they'll sit here and we have real life already. We don't need real life in so I'm looking at something on my computer as well. I'm trying to do this. But we don't need that garbage politicized nonsense in our fictional TV shows. We don't need that. It's just not it. It's not it. It's dog crap. Yeah, for sure. I'll let you know. For sure we can get it cracking. Whenever that time comes. I don't know when it's gonna happen because I'm just not sure. But for sure, I'm gonna make one, 100%, eventually. We'll get it lit. I hope these Walking Dead spinoffs lead to a crossover show. I want to see Rick and Negan interact. No, for sure, dude. A couple months ago, there was like rumors going on that Negan or that there was going to be like a Rick Grimes announcement soon. So, I mean, I'm still optimistic that we're going to have some sort of Rick Grimes announcement at Comic-Con. We'll see. I could be wrong, but I'm optimistic because it makes sense. I mean, I think in the universe, we need to have that prioritized right now. I think we need to have Rick Grimes come back and do more of a consistent role, you know? I think these little 6 episode spin-offs once every 3 years or something like that for Rick, I don't think that's good. I think Rick needs to be back more on a regular basis, right? I mean, I think we need to see Rick a lot more than we have. You know, I look at that and I think, well, hey, you know, Rick Grimes is the biggest character right now, for sure. I mean, look at the views on my channel when I upload Rick Grimes videos compared to anything else. I mean, my last Rick videos almost got 10K views. I've never even had a video do that well, you know? They're planting seeds in the spinoffs for a reunion. Yeah, well, I mean, it's headed that direction, right? Everyone knows we're going to go get that reunion someday. It's going to happen. We all know 100% Rick and Daryl are going to reunite. The only way they won't reunite, like, is I don't even know. It's not even possible. It's going to happen. We'll get the reunion for sure. But when, I don't know. How are you guys feeling about the spinoffs, man? How are you guys feeling right now about the spinoffs? Because I'm feeling a little bit like I'm ready for something else. To be honest, is that bad? How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys think I'm wrong for that? Because I don't know. I feel personally kind of like, hey, it's been years, you know, of these spinoffs. I think we need to have Rick back. I like the Daryl one, but the rest are mid. Personally, I thought The Ones Who Live was the best. I thought, um, I thought Dead City was kind of trash. To be fair, just being real, I'm not a fan. I hate to say that because I don't want to be negative, but I'm just being real. I think Dead City was kind of cheeks. And then I think Daryl Dixon's pretty good. So it goes the ones who, for me, ranking them 1 through 3, it would be The Ones Who Live number 1, Daryl Dixon 2, Dead City 3. Dead City was Dead City's just boring to me, bro. I can't get into it. To save my life, I can't get into it. I don't know. I can't even really tell you what it is. I don't like the characters. That's what it is, bro. Maggie is getting annoying, I think. Herschel's really annoying to me. Glenn would be ashamed that his son is such a freaking loser. Like, man, it's in shambles. I think Dead City's characters are so bad. All of them, they're terrible. It's not exciting. The only reason Dead City was exciting was because it was the first spinoff since The Walking Dead concluded. The Walking Dead ended in November of 2022. Dead City came out June of 2023. So it was like we finally got some new Walking Dead content, right? You know what I mean? And that was exciting at that point in time. But now, here we are, 2 years later, getting Dead City Season 2, and it's extremely disappointing. It just is disappointing to me. I don't like it. Negan carries, and even that's not enough for me to really get into it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm being genuine here. I have not seen every single Dead City episode of Season 2. I have not seen it. I watched the finale like halfway. I watched like the last half of the finale. I think the scene with the bear kind of got my attention with Maggie because I was like, holy crap, it's a big ass bear. It's Yogi Bear, dude. And then like besides that, Dead City, that one, the girl, what are those people called? The Marshall people? What are those people called? The Marshall people. New Babylon, is that what it's called? I'm with New Babylon Marshall, blah blah blah. Like what's the black dude's name? I can't remember his name. But you know, just a boring character. Just a boring character. He just is. He's just a regular ass guy. He's just boring. The Marshall, boring. The girls that are with the Marshall, that work for the Marshalls, boring. Jenny, boring. It's just true. They're boring. All of them are boring. It's bad casting, bro. Boring, 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 boring. It's all boring. It just is what it is. Negan carries the show harder than it. The Dama, boring. The Croat, boring. You know what I mean? They're all boring. I can't hardly watch the Croat, dude. I don't like his accent. It seems cringe. The Dama girl is just some creepy old lady that like. I mean, she should have been dead. She's a nobody. Who is she? Like what? You guys remember when The Walking Dead had characters that were freaking awesome? Like, dude, even the freaking hospital people in season 5 with Dawn and the hospital cops and all that. You guys remember that, right? Like that stuff was interesting. Like it was good. Dawn was cool. Dawn was a good bad guy. Dude, Dead City films like it feels like a what do they call that whenever it's like a joke? When they call it, and it's not like it's not a meme, but you know what I'm talking about when they make like the superhero movies and stuff or whatever. Is it called a spoof? What do they call that? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That's what Dead City is, bro. It really feels like a homemade fan film. It just does. It's not it, bro. I'm not trying to crap on it, but it's bad to me. It's cringe. Just is. And I've never talked bad about The Walking Dead. I love this universe. I love the characters. I love Maggie, bro. I love Negan. Herschel, cringe as hell. The fact that they let Herschel get that name, they named him Herschel after the original Herschel, that's ridiculous. Because the original Herschel is a wonderful, great character. And then this Herschel now is a freaking joke. It's an absolute shame. Like, it's just bad, bro. Truthfully, I was so excited for Dead City Season 2 because the trailer looked insane. The trailer looked great. And then they come out with this show, and it's like, wow, this show's really a joke. Truthfully, it's a joke. It is. That was good writing. Yeah, the hospital arc. Like, you guys remember the doctor from the hospital with Beth in Season 5? Like, the doctor guy? He was a cool character. The Walking Dead used to introduce people for 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, and they were like impactful. They were like, wow, like I still think about the doctor. You know what I'm saying? I still think like, wow, that doctor was cool, right? He was a cool, watchable character. They brought characters in for 1 or 2 episodes that were sick, you know? And then it's like now we just lost all of our ability to cast correctly. It's like there's no good actors anymore. Like, I don't know, man. Oh, man. 22 people in the stream. Hey, if you guys are new, what's up? OG Hirsch is a legend. Absolutely, bro. Shane only in the first 2 seasons, and his impact felt through the whole. Yeah, for sure. Shane was another one. They still talk about Shane, you know, like, or they talked about him way after he died. He was a huge character. He was very impactful for the whole series, man. And like, it's not even characters like Shane, bro. Like even people like, you remember the prisoners in season 3 that were in the cafeteria when Herschel got bit and Rick cut his leg off, all that stuff. You remember that? That was exciting. Those prisoners were cool characters. Like they were well casted, good actors that fit what The Walking Dead was trying to build, right? It made sense. Like even the governor's people, man, Milton, you know, perfectly casted. That guy's a nerd, man. Whoever played Milton is an absolute nerd. Yeah, Shane was basically the main character, 100%. But even like, bro, in the earlier seasons, like remember the Vatos gang, like the Mexican gang in Atlanta, like the main leader of the Vatos, like perfectly casted. You know what I mean? Perfectly casted. It was just like every casting was perfect, man. Like it was like a passion thing, I think. I feel like the passion was better with the casting in the earlier seasons, man. Yeah, Randall, that's another one. Randall was casted well. Like he was a good actor. Like everybody, Beth, you know, Beth was casted perfectly. I remember when Rick Machete, that guy in the prison. Yeah, the Mexican dude with the ponytail. Yeah. Like even Axel. You guys remember Axel and Who was the other dude? The bald black dude. What was his name? I can't remember the bald black dude, but he was well casted, you know? He was cool. Not T-Dog. I'm talking about the prisoner. Just so you know. Because T-Dog's the bald black dude, too. There's 2 bald black dudes in Season 3. I hated Lori with a passion, bro. Yeah. You know what's funny? I was actually kind of sitting here thinking, like, maybe Lori wasn't as bad as what I thought. And then on this rewatch with my girlfriend right now, man, dude, I have a new hatred for Lori. She was a horrible mom. She always lost Carl, never knew where he was screwing around with Shane, playing with Shane's emotions, right? Saying all this stuff. Like, she was a joke. Lori was a absolute garbage mother. And she was a garbage wife. And she was a garbage character. But you want to know something? That was kind of the point of Lori, right? That was kind of what she was supposed to do. Like, that Sarah Wayne Callies did a good job playing Lori, because that was the character that Lori was supposed to be. We're not supposed to like Lori. She's a piece of garbage. She is. It's true. She's a garbage character. I actually had someone in my comments say Lori wasn't as bad as what people try to say. What are we talking about? Lori is terrifyingly terrible. She's horrible. She's a dog crap character. When I first watched, I thought she was all right, but the rewatch when I was older made me hate her. You know, that's exactly what happened to me. She did try to play both sides, and I never really understood that. You know what I mean? This is just unintelligent rambling. Not really, Ghost. I actually have a pretty high IQ, bro, to be honest. Probably be surprised. She's the reason Shane got killed? No, for sure. She is. Yo, Isaiah, what's up, brother? I think Rick is going to appear at the end of Daryl Dixon final season. Probably. I mean, who knows at this point? You never really know what's going to happen. That's the unfortunate part. But it's like, after you're a fan of a franchise for so long, you almost feel like a sense of entitlement with knowing what's going to happen next and everything, right? So it's like, through the original series, there was always a real direction at the end of the season, right? Like, you'd go season to season and you'd have some sense of direction about where you're going to go, you know? But with these spinoffs, it's like there's no real sense of direction, so it's kind of just like, you're kind of lost, right? I feel like you're kind of stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean with no sense of direction. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably just do like a voiceover or something, like maybe they'll talk on a radio or something. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I feel like entitled. I feel like I'm supposed to know what happens, and I have no idea, so it's just stupid. But Lori was actually a garbage character. She was a piece of trash. Lori sucked. She was terrible. And if you go rewatch it, you'll realize that she's even more terrible. We'll have to wait and see, though, guys. Only time will tell. There's always that one hater, guys. There's always that one troll that gets no attention in his life. Isn't that sad? Could you guys imagine being this ghost dude? Feels bad, bro. Can't even lie. Imagine going into like a Walking Dead stream and talking trash. You gotta be next level. You gotta be so down bad, bro. You gotta be so down bad in your life. Oh, man. What troll? Oh, no, I'm talking about this dude in the stream, bro. This guy, this ghost guy. We're all just in here having a good time, and this kid just joins in being negative. It's just weird. It just says a lot about your life, you know? It's unfortunate. I just really feel bad for people like that, to be honest, bro. Because it's like, you never really know what people are going through, you know? But when people project like that, you know, they come in and try to just be that, you know, downer, negative person. It's just kind of like, obviously, they're probably going through a rough time. So we'll keep Ghost in our thoughts. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've dealt with so many trolls, man. I'm a top 250 Warzone player, bro. You know, I'm actually a pretty great Warzone player on Call of Duty. Like, there's a lot of people that come into my stream, my Call of Duty streams and stuff, and troll me and everything like that. Say I'm cheating and all this stuff, you know. So I'm used to trolls, man. Anytime you're good at anything, you're gonna have trolls. It's just the reality. I'm not saying I'm like great at YouTube or anything, because I just do this for fun. You know, I like to get on here, jaw jack, waste a little bit of time with you guys, have good vibes. You know what I mean? This is all just for fun for me, man. So. Glenn had the most iconic or most comic accurate death, and people hated it. It makes no sense. I think it was more just because that Glenn was such an impactful character. He was kind of like the heart and soul of The Walking Dead, you know. And whenever that happened, you know, I think a lot of people just felt kind of abandoned. You know, I think a lot of people felt like their show kind of betrayed them, you know, in a way. What console do I have? I have a PS5, but I play Call of Duty on my PC. I have a gaming PC and I have a PS5. Isaiah, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're staying safe out there in the crazy world. I don't even know how it's unintelligent. We're just talking about a show. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're just literally chilling out talking about a show. Nobody's rambling. We're just vibing out, having a good time. But like I said, trolls are just going to be trolls, man. And it's just projection, you know. They feel like they need to come in and try to hate on someone trying to do something, you know. Like, it's even something small scale like this. I'm just going live on YouTube trying to vibe out, have a good time. You know, they want to come in and be negative. The guy probably watches a lot of Make a Path Presents. Same. I also have a good gaming PC. Yeah, no, me too. That's not the trash Ronnie. I love Ronnie, but his community is so negative. Um, I have a good gaming PC. No, I feel that, but I think Herschel's death was sad. Yeah, no, Herschel's death was bad, man. It was very sad. Last of Us season 2 was a disappointment. Yeah, I would agree. It wasn't just a disappointment, it was a shameful disappointment. Last of Us season 2 is an absolute joke. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a show flop more than that, to be honest. That was bad. After Joel died, it's like, what are we watching? Like, what are we doing? It was a joke, man. That show is a joke. Wow. Me and my girl were so disappointed with that show. It's supposed to be such a great experience, and then you sit there and you're watching this character who's Ellie, and it's like I said, I hate shows that feel like protests, man. I can't stand it. It's so cringe. Like when you know, what did Ellie say? I'm gonna be a dad. Like, really? Really? Season 3 gonna be even worse? Yeah, season 3 is gonna be even worse. It is. Look at what they're setting up. It's gonna be worse. It's bad. They should have never killed Joel. 100%. I agree. I couldn't agree more, Isaiah. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I couldn't agree more. Killing off Joel was the biggest mistake. If there's anything they should have done different from the game, it's killed Joel. They should have never killed Joel in the game or the show. Really, Joel should have never died. You know, if you like, I don't know, if you just look at the situation that Joel found himself in, it's almost kind of like you're wondering, how did Joel even get into this situation? How did he even end up there? You know, give me a break. Most of the HBO shows just flops. Yeah, no, they're flops. They're not good. HBO has all the potential in the world, and they screw it down the drain with this stupid agenda narrative, you know? Trying to make every single show super politicized and stuff. It's stupid. Shouldn't have killed Joel in the game as well. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have killed him in the game either. Should have just let him live 100%. I'm going to be a dad. Like, yeah, that dude. When she said that, when Ellie said, I'm going to be a dad, bro, I bursted out into like a laughter I haven't had in forever, man. I can't even believe how freaking funny that was. And funny in a bad way. Ellie's just so unlikable. She's such a bad... It was such a horrible casting. It just was. It was a terrible cast. I liked the new Karate Kid. There's a new Karate Kid? Really? When did it come out? When did the new Karate Kid movie come out? Oh, Karate Kid Legends? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've not seen the new Karate Kid movie. Only thing they have is Game of Thrones, and I hate Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't like Game of Thrones either. It's not that good to me, to be honest. I turned off my TV when she said that. Yeah, I almost did. I almost did, because it's just like, what are we doing, you know? Like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it at all, to be honest. Yeah, I saw it at Jackie Chan. I just watched the trailer. I'll have to check it out. You know what sucks, though, too, right? Like, so all the, like, politicized stuff kind of makes it to where you're almost, like, annoyed or irritated to even watch new movies, you know? Because you're just kind of thinking, like, oh, great, what's coming next, you know? What's going to be the next thing? What's going to be the next thing, you know? What's going to happen next? They get shoved down my throat, you know? I don't want to feel like I'm watching a protest, you know? So it's kind of like it sucks that a few bad experiences leave such a bad taste in your mouth where you end up, you know, essentially being uninterested in a lot of these things that come out. Yo, Isaiah, who is that? Is that the writer for Last of Us? Probably, right? I just finished my drink. I need to go downstairs and grab a new one. I'm sipping on a lime Perrier, guys. If you guys need a drink and you don't want to drink soda anymore, guys, I'm telling you, bro, get you guys some Perrier. Start sipping on some sparkling water. It'll change your life. And I made it into the trash can. I'm actually him, I can't lie. So he's a writer for Last of Us. And then High Five the Baby. Bro, they got to do something. They got to do something, man. They really screw everything up because, you know, we're kind of just at a stage, I think, where, you know, I don't know, man. I think, did you like the flashback episode of what, Last of Us? It was actually pretty good, yeah. I thought it was good. Compared to the other stuff, yeah. That was probably the best episode since Joel died, right? I mean, it has to be, for sure. I'm joking. You are, maybe. I definitely am, trust me. Promise. I enjoyed the flashback, yeah. It was good. Compared to the other stuff. Man, some of those other episodes were just so garbage to me. Golly, man. Especially the finale. Ellie's like, screw the community. It's like when she tries to deliver lines, it's just like cringy to me. I don't know. It's just like cringy. She seems like she's like 12 years old. You know what I mean? Yo, SC, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Good to see you once again. Always good to hear from you. Shows just ain't like they were in the early 2010s and no, it's 100% true. The last like good shows that were really coming out were like 2010 range, 2010 to like 2015. That was like the range of greatness, man. And now we're just chopped. We're just cooked. Hollywood's ruined everything, guys. Do you think Rick will still get his comic death? Man, I mean, possibly. But my thing is, if you kill off Rick, and I'm being sincere when I say this, if you kill off Rick Grimes, you need to make sure that the show is over. The franchise is essentially over if you kill off Rick Grimes. They fumbled with her cast, or SC, you're doing good. Yeah, it's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing good. They fumbled with her cast, bro. She chopped. Even Abby looks like Ellie more than her. Yeah, no, seriously. Abby should have been Ellie. And then Ellie should have just been like a random character that got killed in the first like 5 minutes of the show. That's what they should have done. Bella Ramsey is not a good Ellie. I don't care what anybody says. I had someone come into my stream yesterday and say that they ignore the Bella Ramsey haters and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, that's great, But my thing is, it's just a bad casting, bro. I don't hate Bella Ramsey. I have nothing against Bella Ramsey. I don't care about her personal life. I don't even know anything about her personal life. I don't know what she supports, what she's into, although I have an idea, considering the fact she got casted in Last of Us. I mean, that says a lot about her, but take all that aside, okay? Bella Ramsey as Ellie is trash. It's just trash. If Rick dies, the series is done completely 100%. Like I said, if you kill off Rick, you better make sure that the show's over. Because at that point, you are stabbing yourself straight through the heart. The original plan was to the governor was going to kill Rick in season 3. Is that actually true? I mean, I trust you. I've never heard that. Actually, I might have heard that. That would have been insane. Yeah, I mean, if Rick died in season 3, we wouldn't have the stuff we have now. The show wouldn't have gone on. Rick, yeah, that would have been terrible, right? Is that why... I wonder who came up with that idea. Was that Darabont? Were they talking with Darabont about season 3 while he was doing season 2 stuff? And he was like, I think we should have Rick die in season 3. And freaking Kirkman was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Everyone at AMC was like, hold on. We got to get this guy out of here. This crazy old man. He did almost kill Rick. Yeah, no, for sure he did. He got close. Yeah, I mean, Rick, I feel like Rick was just compromised. The governor's a big-ass dude, though, but I feel like Rick could have beat the governor up, man. But he got shot, If it makes sense that he would lose that fight, If you guys know anything about fighting, you know that, there's a lot of power and strength and, movement, with your base and your legs and stuff, So if you get shot in the leg, you're not going to be able to punch very hard. You're not going to be able to really do anything. You're not going to be able to move well. You know what I mean? It's just everything is chopped if you get shot. The governor was just a menace. No, absolutely, man. The governor was like just this evil psycho. The governor was crazy. Crazy son of a gun. Like, he might have been the most insane character. I don't know. Someone asked me yesterday in my stream, like, who is the most terrifying, or not my stream, it was a Q&A actually, my Q&A video I did yesterday. They said, who's the most terrifying villain? And I said Alpha. And the reason why I said Alpha was just the way that they used the hordes, Like, that's terrifying. Imagine, like, not having Alexandria's walls. There's like a 0% chance you survive that. If you don't have Alexandria's walls or the Commonwealth's walls, like, bro, you're screwed. The way that they can control and, like, move with thousands of walkers is crazy. That's insane to me. Like, that's the most terrifying villain because Alpha's not just Alpha, right? Like, Alpha has, like, Beta and then all the other Whisperers and stuff. So it's just, like, the overall fear factor for me would be with them for sure. Especially Beta, dude. That dude's freaky, man. That was one scary son of a gun. Like, dude, you have to just shoot Beta, like, right in the head. I remember in season 10, who was it? Was it Judith that shot through the door and hit him in the chest or whatever, and he had the bulletproof vest on in season 10? You remember that? I'm telling you right now, if that's me, I'm walking right over to him and I'm putting one right between his freaking eyes, straight up. I'm not playing around. I mean, I'm not messing around with that guy. I'll probably shoot him 2 or 3 times in the head just to make sure that he's actually dead because that's a humongous human being. He's like 6'8", like what 260, probably 250, 270, 250 to 270, 6'8". Yeah, I'm not beating that guy in a fight. I'll tell you that right now. You got to put him down. You got to put him down for good. Governor also got shot in the arm and shoulder and still beat Rick. Yeah, I mean that's true. The governor did get shot too. I forgot about that. In a fight though, what do you think would affect you more? Getting shot in like the shoulder? I mean that would definitely affect you for sure. Because at least if you get shot in the leg, you can still swing. It's just you got no power really. They were both beat up pretty bad. I think that's why the governor's like size just overwhelmed him. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what happened. I think the governor's size just got to Rick because he kind of just tackled him on the ground, laid on top of him, and Rick just had no. That's where the whole leg thing hurts, though, right? When you got someone on top of you, you're trying to get him off. How do you get him off, right? With your legs, and then you're screwed. Negan and the Saviors were pretty scary in the second half of season 6. They were, yeah, no, they were for sure. But the thing about the Saviors is like they're still just men, you know, like, and the Whisperers are just men too. But it's like they're just using the walkers in terms of when someone asks me like who's the most terrifying villain or like terrifying, so like it's just like I think the Whisperers are scarier than anybody. The Saviors had more aura though, you know what I mean, like Simon and stuff. They had like some swag to them, you know what I mean. They had that post-apocalyptic aura. You know what I mean. They would go out there and I mean dude, the Saviors would just be blocking off every road, shooting off machine gun rounds into the sky. Like they just let you know you're screwed. You know what I mean? They just knew it. Like they just knew you guys were was completely done for. That was awesome. Governor just built different. Maybe Governor just got hands. Yeah, I mean he does for sure. He's a tough guy to make it in that world. I mean you got to be tough, right? He had a better physique too. He definitely had more of a advantage over Rick. That's for sure. Rick's a little scrawny. Governor was big. He was like 230 probably, 225, 230, 240. Imagine Shane in The Walking Dead today. Yeah. I mean, Shane in The Walking Dead, like, I really think they kind of should have kept Shane alive a little bit longer, to be honest. Imagine Shane in season 3 with the governor. That would have been sick. Imagine if Shane was the one that, kidnapped Michonne, tied her up, took her to the governor, and then Shane got killed by the governor. Imagine that. But imagine if it did it in more of an intense way, where like maybe Rick didn't find Shane as a zombie, but like I don't know how they could do it. Imagine if they somehow captured or kidnapped Rick or something like that, and the governor was just trying to like torture him and everything like that. So like he killed Shane right in front of Rick or something. That would have been crazy, right? That would have been insane. And then Daryl shoots the governor in the back with the arrow right through the shoulder or something. You know what I mean? So you keep the governor alive, but he gets hit again. Oh man, that would have been insane. I think it would have been like kind of crazy. Imagine if like the governor put Rick on his knees and then like blew Shane's brains out right in front of him. And that kind of creates a cool like parallel with like Negan and the Saviors on being on his knees and stuff too, and why he would really like be against that. I think that would have been interesting. Imagine having flashback scenes like while Negan's got everyone on their knees and Rick's like having flashbacks to that moment, right? That would have been cool. The Whisperers got that crazy in them. They definitely were the scary. Yeah, I think they were scared. Just the way they were like animals. They just didn't care. They were animalistic. They thought they were animals, and they wanted to just yeah. They were scary. The way they operated and moved and controlled the hordes. It's all just a crazy thing, bro. They like to toy around. Yeah, the Saviors like to toy around. They do. Shane would have had everyone dead in season 3. I mean, probably. Even our group, probably. I think Scott Gimple killed Carl to keep Negan alive. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what happened. Because, Carl had some sort of a connection with Negan, and in the letters and stuff he wrote or the notes he left, you could tell. And Rick didn't want to. I mean, didn't Rick say that in season 9, episode 4, when he fell into the little pit with Daryl when they were fighting? He was like, if Negan dies, then Carl died for nothing, right? Didn't he say something like that? I think Rick said that to Daryl. Whenever Daryl let Maggie go to Alexandria. John Bernthal had pitched an alternative death where Rick picked up his gun after he stabbed him. He turned and Rick goes to shoot him with his gun and it's not loaded. That's interesting. They killed Carl because the actor wasn't interested anymore, and to be honest, his acting was falling off by season 5. There was a lot of conversation about that. All right, Gavin, we'll be here probably. I'm don't know how much longer I'm gonna be live, guys, but I'll probably keep it going for a little bit longer. Imagine Rick and Negan team up. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of potential with the storylines. That's what I try to tell people when they say, like, The Walking Dead is over and dead. And, it's like, dude, there's a lot of stuff. Like, with Rick back now, there's a lot of potential. Obviously, without Rick, there's, limited potential. I mean, just being realistic, there is limited potential. But, I mean, with Rick back, anything's possible. In my opinion. Wholeheartedly, anything's possible. But Negan and Rick teaming up would be, it would be wonderful, right? I want to see Rick's reaction to seeing Negan out and, like, in the world again and stuff. Like, I want to know. You guys remember, like, the characters usually keep their promises and stuff? Like, when Rick told, Gareth, about the red machete, that's what I'm going to use to kill you. Boom, kept it. Really, the only thing Rick hasn't kept is this whole thing with killing Negan. So what if? What if, man? What if Rick ends up killing Negan somehow? You guys think it's possible or what? I think it's actually still possible, to be honest. I think Negan will die heroic in Dead City. Possible. Possible. I would be surprised if Negan died in Dead City. But then again, I don't even know anymore. I would be surprised because I think Negan and Rick should see each other again. I swear if they do the crossover and make it some saving the world stuff or some sort of Cure storyline, I'll be pissed. Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with crossovers, right? Like, you just never really know, and crossovers need to be done, like, a certain way for it to make sense, but also not just to make sense, but for people to really be interested in it, If you have these characters cross over, right, and then it's a storyline that makes literally no sense that no one likes, well, great, you just got Rick and Negan and everyone back together and no one gives a crap, So it has to be done correctly. If it's not done correctly, then nobody's going to care. It's just the truth. Like, the crossover thing could be huge. Having everyone come back and having characters reunite and stuff like that, it could be a huge thing. But if the storyline doesn't add up to people, if the fans watching are not invested and immersed into the storyline, nobody's going to care. Rick and Negan back together, it's going to be the initial, like, episode or the initial moment would be something that people would go watch, like, holy crap, Rick and Negan are back together, no way, right? Like, that initial shock factor of having that moment would be great. But then after that, whatever they're doing next, if the plan gets exposed and people aren't interested in the plan or whatever story they're trying to tell, I mean, like I said, good luck. I hope they ain't doing that because the Walking Dead IP is hella popular and makes hella money. No, yeah, I mean, the Walking Dead is still very popular. There was a report from like I believe this is not public knowledge, so I don't know. I mean, I don't really have that big of a channel, so I probably could tell you guys this and get away with it. But there was like an AMC insider that well, I don't know. Imagine Rick's reaction to Maggie saving Negan. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gone down that Rick really doesn't know about, That's for sure. 100%. Well, I guess I can tell you guys about that. I can just okay, I'll just word this carefully, okay, guys? So, apparently, no, I don't. I don't have insider info. But so apparently on AMC Plus, The Ones Who Live was the most viewed show ever. Now, there are no public numbers on The Ones Who Live with in terms of viewership, but I heard supposedly a rumor, not confirmed. I heard a rumor that The Ones Who Live was bringing in numbers very, very similar to The Walking Dead Season 7. That's what I heard. Back, sorry, I had to do something. Welcome back. Welcome back, Gavin. We're talking about the viewership numbers for The Ones Who Live. And a rumor I heard that The Ones Who Live was bringing in numbers very similar to or very close to the Walking Dead original series Season 7. So if you guys go on the internet and look up the average live viewer or the average live viewership for The Walking Dead Season 7, if I remember correctly, it's around 9 or 10 million, I believe. So everyone that was saying The Walking Dead is dead is a goofball. Because The Ones Who Live did really good numbers, especially at that stage, especially compared to what Dead City is doing. Because I can tell you guys right now, Dead City is not doing 10 million. I can guarantee you guys, The Walking Dead Dead City is not doing 10 million people an episode. I can bet your bottom dollar, brother. It's not even doing half of that. I can promise you. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. The Walking Dead Dead City is not nearly as popular. And people say, oh, the trailer got more views. Oh, the trailer got more views. Listen, that doesn't matter in the end. Fall-offs happen. You start watching something, and initially, yeah, maybe it did, 3-4 million on AMC Plus. And then as the season goes on, it's going to decline a lot. But I'll tell you guys, The Ones Who Live was bringing in very good numbers consistently throughout the 6 episodes. The finale, I believe, if I remember correctly from the rumor that I heard, the last episode for The Ones Who Live was the most watched, if I remember correctly. Not in terms of actual live viewership, but AMC numbers, everything all together, all information from all databases, from every streaming platform. The last episode, I believe, was the most watched. So, interesting, right? Now, with Daryl Dixon, I actually don't know anything about that. Or, I mean, I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard anything about Daryl Dixon or any rumors about Daryl Dixon's viewership. I would assume that it's pretty good, though. It's definitely better than Dead City. I can pretty much guarantee you that. I don't think Daryl Dixon is on The Ones Who Live, though, when it comes to viewership.
on AMC Plus. The Ones Who Live was really good on AMC Plus. People just don't like The Walking Dead anymore because they don't know good media anymore, or because The Walking Dead doesn't push agendas. Do you know about Arnold? I'm not going to say that last name. But yes, I do. I don't know what that has to do with anything we're talking about, but welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're having a good day and staying safe out there in the crazy world. Yeah. But I agree, Breezy. I agree. People don't know good stuff anymore. It's just the truth. They don't. They don't know good stuff. Some like to hate Daryl Dixon series so much. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, like every show is different. Arnold snatch a burger. Yeah. That's actually comedy, I can't lie. Terminator underrated? You think so? Is the Terminator underrated? People like to hate Daryl Dixon. Yeah, no, people do. Back on that. People hate on every Walking Dead spinoff because it's been out for a long time. People think just because something's been going on for like 15 years that means it's like terrible, and that's just kind of the like false representation of life. Like people think, oh, like this has been out for a long time, so that means it's bad, and it's just not true. It's not true. Just because something's been out for a long time doesn't mean it's bad. And that's the issue with life, man. Everyone's got freaking ADD, man. Like terrible ADD with entertainment, where if you do something a lot or you're into something for a long time, everyone just gets bored. Everyone thinks, oh man, it's been out for a long time, so that means it's gone downhill or the quality is bad. I mean, you could literally, like, here's the harsh reality. You can actually argue that The Walking Dead just produced one of its best episodes of all time. You can argue that. Seriously. In 2024. Like, you could argue that, like, a top 10 episode of The Walking Dead just got made with the Ones Who Live premiere. Is that not, like, a top 10 episode of all time in The Walking Dead history? Because I feel like it is. Rick narrating that story in that episode and just talking and learning about the CRM and him cutting his hand off and everything, getting the prosthetic, joining the military, leading up to him and Michonne reuniting at the end of the episode. It was a great story. Terminator, super underrated. I like the Terminator. I think he's cool. Walking Dead is damn stuff. It's great. Yeah, I mean, I think if what you're saying is The Walking Dead is great, then I agree with you. 100%, Miriam. 100%. Not every Walking Dead show spinoff needs Rick. I agree. I don't think it needs Rick. But I think it like Dead City, for example. The issue with Dead City is not that it doesn't have Rick. It's that the writing is bad and it's cringy and the kid actors are terrible, and it's a boring story. You know what I'm saying? It's a boring story. It's not about Rick. Daryl Dixon doesn't have Rick Grimes, but it's extremely watchable and fun. And it's immersive. It feels like The Walking Dead still. Daryl Dixon, especially in season 2, when him and Carol are walking through the woods and they find that old couple and stuff. Like, there's stuff like that happens where I'm just like, oh man, we're so back, you know? We're so back. Rick is my favorite fictional character, to be honest. Rick's up there. He's got to be. He's got to be one of the all-time great fictional characters. 100%. Resident Evil or The Walking Dead, both game-wise and movie-wise. I've never seen the Resident Evil movies. I don't know if that's bad. Maybe should I watch those? Are those good? Are those worth watching? And I have played some of the Resident Evil games. I played Resident Evil 5. That was a great game. Resident Evil 5 was really good. They don't make games like that anymore. That game was fire. Are they going to remaster that? They should remaster that for sure, right? They should totally remaster Resident Evil 5. Maybe they have and I just wasn't paying attention. because I practically just exclusively play Call of Duty, because I'm competitive in that game, but not so much anymore. I'm getting older. Um, Here's my top 3 favorite fictional characters of all time. All right. I done forgot about Telltale The Walking Dead. Yeah, I still need to play that, bro. I haven't, like, I played a little bit of it. I got to the part where they found that town in there, in like we're in the sewer, and we I think we found like this town, and there's like this house that we're staying in, and we found like a dead dog in the backyard or something. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, but something like that. We found some like seaside city or something. We took a train there. That's where I'm at on the Walking Dead games. But the Walking Dead stuff at the hotel and the Telltale games at the hotel, and when you find that cannibal farm and stuff, that is like insane. That is insane. That's an absolutely wonderful story. That's one of the greatest stories. Um, let's see here. Telltale The Walking Dead season 1 is great. Absolutely it is. It's super great. It's wonderful. Um, The Walking Dead is just hated for no reason, even though it's a good movie. My elder sister grew up watching it. Yeah, I mean it's a TV show, but I know what you mean, Mary. I mean, I agree. It's a great show. It gets a lot of hate. Pedro was great as Joel, and I don't know why a TV version of Joel gets too much hate. Yeah, I don't know either. I think Pedro Pascal as Joel is pretty much just as perfect of a casting as you can have. I think he was perfect. He was a great Joel to me. Wonderful. And he's a great actor. He's a great actor. I think he was a great Joel. Um, I think he played Joel just about as good as anyone could play a character. To be honest, I'm serious. I think he played Joel just about as good as anyone could play a character. He did a good job being emotional and also being bad A as well. It was a good balance. It was a good mix. Um, you should definitely watch Resident Evil. Okay, yeah, I mean I'm always down to take suggestions, for sure. I mean I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore, so and I know those are older, right? So they're probably better. Older movies are better. Um, Lee is a goated character. Yeah, Lee is he's kind of a good character. Yeah. He's kind of like the Black Rick Grimes, And that's cool, right? I think Lee is like the Black Rick, and I like that, right? That's cool. He's essentially Rick Grimes in a way. And I like that. Lee is a cool guy. He's a cool character. He's got good leadership stuff. And he's a great character. They need to make a TV show about the Telltale The Walking Dead, man, for sure. Maybe even an animated series. That'd be sick. Imagine like an animated series with the same graphics as the game, right? But instead of playing it, you get to just watch it. I don't know. To me, that would be hard. Maybe I'm just goofball. But I think that would be so hard. Um, The Walking Dead Telltale is one of my favorite games. Yeah, it's. I've only played a little bit, but from what I can tell, it's a great game. I need to finish it, man. I just get so busy with other stuff. I'm kind of in a transitional period of my life right now. I just have a lot of stuff going on. My girl's moving in with me. I have some like business stuff I'm trying to get done, and I'm actually really busy sometimes throughout my days. Like usually it's after I do these streams, I go like work on stuff and get things going. So I'm just like really busy with stuff right now. But um, yeah, they should remaster it totally. What, Resident Evil 5? Yeah, they should. I want to play it again. Lee's such a cool character. My favorite season has to be 2 or 1 for Telltale. Yeah, which season? I don't remember the way they structure the games because I was never into it that much. But if I remember correctly, what season is it where they're at the farm with the cannibals? Is that season 1? It has to be, right? It has to be season 1. Maybe not, but that was incredible. What a great story that was. Man, if you guys have not played Telltale The Walking Dead Season 1, go play it. It's one of the best stories ever. Have you played the Batman Telltale games? Those are so fire. I low-key think Batman Telltale is better than Walking Dead Telltale. Is that crazy? I feel like it is. It's so good to me. Those games were insane. I honestly believe, still to this day, that Batman, the Telltales, were like a 10 out of 10 experience. It's in my top 5 favorite games ever. Last of Us 3 might focus on Tommy. Are you talking about season 3 or the game? You're probably talking about the game. Yeah, if it focuses on Tommy, I mean, I'd be okay with that. I'd rather it focus on, but I mean, game Ellie is fine. I don't hate the game Ellie. She's cool, but TV show Ellie is so cringe. Yeah, I think focusing on Tommy wouldn't be bad in the game. Season one, same style would be tough. Yeah, like a TV show, like comic kind of style, right, with the comic book graphics and stuff like that. Yeah, Telltale is so unique, man. There's really not a gaming company like Telltale. The Cannibal Family reminded me of Terminus, 100%. Yeah, they reminded me of Terminus, and it's like something seemed off about them, but I wasn't sure, right? In that world, you're kind of just paranoid. Everyone you meet, you're kind of like, huh, what's happening, right? You're kind of just like, what's going on? So I think everyone gets a little paranoid with the Walking Dead stuff, you know? Wolf Among Us, yeah, I never played Wolf Among Us, but my uncle, he lives by that, bro. He says Wolf Among Us is a great game, and he just always talks about it. He holds it in high regards with him. He says that that game is incredible. I've never played a Wolf Among Us, though. But I did one day go on and get the Batmans because I think they were free on PlayStation Plus, and I was just sometimes I go check like, let's just see what's free, you know, see if there's anything worth playing. And I saw that, and I was like, hey, well, might as well download it. Downloaded it, and I fell in love, and I ended up buying the second season or whatever. And I played it all, man. And Batman was like, it was really good. That was like a 10 out of 10 experience. It was super cool. And the villains were awesome, man. I thought that was so cool when you um like infiltrate their hideout and stuff, you know? Last of Us, Joel wasn't afraid to die. It's true. I mean, Joel is it's got to be one of the I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think Joel is one of the greatest fictional characters ever? I mean, he's got to be, right? I need Battlefront 3. Battlefront. Is that freaking Star Wars? Gavin's a freaking Star Wars fan? I've never played the Battlefront games. I've seen them though, but I don't know, man. I could never get into Star Wars. I don't know. Is that an unpopular opinion? One of my ex-girlfriends loved Star Wars, and I just thought she was so acoustic for liking it. But I'm not hating on you though. I'm glad you like, I mean, any sort of fictional universe that someone's into, hey, fair play to you because I have the things I'm into. That's for sure. You guys ever played a video game called, yeah, I can't get into Star Wars to save my life. I think it's like the nerdiest, like, acoustic. It's acoustic, bro. You guys know what I'm saying when I say acoustic. It's acoustic. I'm sorry, Gavin. L take. I need an L. L in the chat for Gavin. L's in the chat for Gavin, bro. We love Gavin, but L's in the chat, man. Holy. Oh, man. It's all good. Gavin's got a lot of W takes. That's the first L he said. It is what it is. Regain. All good regain, Gavin. You're good. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend loves Star Wars. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I was just like, what am I watching? What am I watching? I think I'd rather watch freaking Fear the Walking Dead season 5. Holy crap, I've been live for 88 minutes. Holy bro. I might try to push this to like maybe another 30 minutes or so. We'll see. But yeah, no. Darth Vader got aura though. Yeah, no, Darth Vader does have aura, I can't lie. He really does. He's got crazy aura. Like, and that's true, like just character-wise in a universe, like there's not very many characters that have more aura than Darth Vader. Like maybe Negan. Like Negan had crazy aura, bro. Like season 7 Negan had crazy aura, bro. Like when he walked in the room, you're just like, oh shit. Negan's here. You know? It was insane for sure. Have you guys ever played a game called Days Gone on PlayStation? If you guys haven't played that game, you should check it out. Super gas. I can't lie. It's a great game. And that game got so much hate for no reason. Like, it was such a great game. And everyone hated on that game. I swear. Like, it's weird. Like, so I actually talked a lot with the game developer from that game. Okay, his name's Jeff Ross. We had multiple conversations via direct messages. And yeah, zombie game with the dude on the motorcycle. Yeah. It's Days Gone. Yeah, I know the DayZ. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't played it, but I heard of it. But I was talking with the game director for Days Gone. His name's Jeff Ross. He's a really cool guy. Um, so essentially, the reason why Days Gone didn't get a sequel, and this is like really unfortunate because Days Gone was one of the greatest games I've ever played. But if you guys want to know a little inside secret, the reason why Days Gone essentially did not get a sequel was literally almost single handedly because of IGN's review. So if you guys know what IGN is, they're one of the biggest like, gaming review companies and stuff like that. And they left Days Gone a bad review, or a mid review, like a 7 out of 10 or something. And a lot of people were hating up, like just following that hate train. But what's weird was the consumers liked Days Gone. So when it comes to the people who actually play the game, Days Gone was really loved. But some of the reviewing people, the reviewing companies didn't like it. And if you guys want to know why they said they didn't like it, they said that essentially Days Gone only appeals to like middle-aged white men. Isn't that so stupid? What a freaking... Oh, man, I almost said some crazy stuff, but I can't. I'm not trying to get demonetized. But, like, I'm serious. They said that Days Gone essentially only appeals to middle-aged white men. And it's like, if you look at the game, it's like, I don't think it has anything to do with that. Like, I really don't. There's like a Mexican lesbian, a black lesbian. Like, what are we talking about? IGN is actually stupid. They're a stupid company. They're actually dumb. Like seriously. So essentially, Days Gone doesn't get a sequel because it doesn't fit the agenda of like inclusivity, because the main character is white, a straight white man that's trying to find his wife. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, this game is racist, or this game is, it's just like, holy smokes, man. Can a game not have a white character anymore? Like a white lead character? Is that bad for a video game to have a white lead character where his wife is white? Like, that's what happens in life. White people mostly marry white people. It's the way it is. Black people mostly marry black people. That's just the way life is. It's okay, right? That's what happens majority of the time. Why are we letting anomalies, try to dictate storytelling, and you're getting away from people's art at that point? So the problem with that agenda is you're practically discrediting someone's story, and you're discrediting someone's creativity and saying, no, it's not good enough because it doesn't fit what we're trying to push. Even if the consumer base likes it, we don't care. We're not going to give you a sequel because your main character is not, LGBT, or your main character is not black, or this or that, right? Like, that is just so weird to me. Like, it's just so stupid. If Deacon St. John was black, I would have liked the story just as much, okay? It's true. Days Gone was a great story regardless of what color Deacon was, right? It was a great story. So when Jeff and them made the story, they envisioned a white guy from Oregon, okay? That's okay. That's okay, right? Like, that's okay. That's not a bad thing. Why are we hating on that because it has a white character as a lead? That's just so stupid. And that's not false information either. That's directly from the horse's mouth. Like, I'm giving you guys inside information from a game director, from the gameplay director, bro. And I'm not even supposed to really say that but it's been years now and I don't care. If they demonetize this stream and take it down, I really don't give a shit. I really don't. Like, it is what it is. If word gets out somehow that this is happening, I don't care. No one's going to see it. I don't get that many views anyway. So it is what it is. But that's real, genuine inside information from the horse's mouth. And it was a wonderful game, and it did more sales than Ghost of Tsushima. You guys ever played Ghost of Tsushima? The Japanese samurai game? It's a great game. It's a wonderful game. Days Gone sold more copies than that. And that's getting a sequel next year. Ghost of, what's it called? Sutai or whatever it's called? What is it? Ghost of UT or Utai, whatever it's called, whatever the heck it is. They're getting a sequel for that game, but because Days Gone doesn't have like minority lead character, it's not getting a sequel. Like, give me a break, man. You guys are so lame. And then what happened? That caused like I now I might be crossing into territory I can't really talk about, but that initially caused a bad reaction from the Jeff guy, the game director. He got pissed off because you want to know something. They were already greenlit to make Days Gone 2. They were already supposed to be. He told me he had everything done. He had the script, the story, everything was done. All they needed was like the budget. All they needed was the go ahead from Sony Bend, Oregon Studios, okay, to create the game. That's all they needed was the okay. That's all they needed. And then they were already told that they could do it. He already had his team ready and everything, and then they backed out apparently. And like the head of Sony Bend was like, "Nah, we're not going to do that game." And they said the reasoning why was because bad fan reception. But if you go on like Google reviews and look at YouTube comments and or any metric you can use to determine if someone liked the game, we would all say like people like Days Gone. It sold more copies than Ghost of Tsushima. Um, It has good reviews on the PlayStation Store. It has good reviews on Google. It has good reviews on everything. On YouTube, there's videos getting hundreds of thousands of views where everyone's saying this game is so underrated. Holy smokes. Like, there were some bugs and glitches when it first came out, but like, it's just so stupid. And it sucks because, like, guys, I love Days Gone. It's a great game. Like, I'm very passionate about that game. Very similar passion to like The Walking Dead for me. I love that game. And I love Deacon St. John. What a great character. What a great name, too, right? Like, what a great name. Deacon St. John. Like, what a freaking name for a main character, right? It's just perfect all around. And they just fumbled it because they weren't, like, woke enough. Because they weren't woke enough, it's like, oh, we're not going to give you a sequel. And you're, at that point, like I said, you're discrediting people's creativity. You're making them change their visions and their creativity, their artwork to fit your mold, which is unfair. It's unfair to do that. Let creative people be creative. You know what I mean? Let creative people be creative. If they create a black character, if they create a white character, a Chinese character, a Mexican character, whatever the heck other race there is, who cares, bro? Let people be creative. Don't try to make people change their creativity. At that point, you're crossing a major line, I think. So honestly, fuck Sony Bend. There. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And Jeff Ross is the GOAT. That should have never happened to him. That should have never happened to those people. All those people that worked so freaking hard on that game. That's their life. That's how they feed their families. That's how they do that. And they weren't able to create that project because of stupid IGN, bro. Like, screw them. Fuck IGN and fuck Sony Bend Studios. Straight up. I don't care if I get demonetized. I could care less. Fuck them all. I do this for fun. I do this for fun. Fuck Sony Bend and fuck IGN. They're absolute shit companies. All of them. Deacon is a fire name. Dude, Deacon's a great name. Deacon St. John? Like, what? That's the most, like, badass name ever. I'm so getting demonetized. I dropped way too many F-bombs. But IGN is the same people that gave The Last of Us a 10 out of 10. Yeah, Last of Us 2 a 10 out. Yeah, exactly. Good point, Breezy. Good point. It's the same thing. They'll sit there and say Days Gone is like trash, but then Last of Us 2 is great. And come on, we know why. I can't talk about it, but we know why. We all know why that is, bro. Let's be real. It's not because the writing is good. It's not because the story is good. It's not. It's just not, bro. They glaze. Exactly. They just glaze, bro. That's all it is. They just glaze. They glaze the agenda. And Neil Druckmann is like, dude, like, you're literally letting your franchise go down, bro. Like, you had the greatest story ever. You had the greatest story of all time, essentially. One of the all-time great video games, The Last of Us 1. One of the all-time great games. I mean, it is. It's like a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. To me, I think Last of Us 1's a 10 out of 10. Last of Us 2 is like more like a 6.5 out of 10, maybe 7. I don't think Last of Us 2 is terrible, but it's definitely not a 10 out of 10. I give it like maybe like a 7.5 at the height, probably. But I don't know. They're weird, bro. I'm telling you, this stuff is ruining. This is why, bro. Have you guys felt like video games and movies and TV shows and everything is just kind of like ass now? Has everyone ever feel that? Like, have you guys felt that lately? Like everything kind of sucks. You want to know why? Because people's creativity is being leashed. It's being stopped. They're not letting people be creative anymore like they were. We had the greatest stories ever from 2010 to like 2015. That was like peak storytelling, peak video games, everything. Like everything was awesome back then. And then now everything sucks because you have to fit a narrative, you have to fit an agenda, you have to push this down people's throats, or else you're not going to get greenlit. You know, oh, you have a first game? Okay, well, guess what? Second game's not going to come out if people didn't like it because, you know, oh, your main character was white. Guess what? You're cooked. Bye. Say goodbye to your project and your creativity. I wish they could like get a different company to take on Days Gone 2. That'd be sick. If they could find like a way to make that game like high quality, but obviously Sony Ben's like a big studio. Got all the budget in the world. That's why the graphics were so nice on Days Gone. But they just remastered Days Gone like this year. So I don't know. Maybe they're having second thoughts now. They need to get Jeff back in there. Jeff's creative. That guy's got a good mind. Definitely I miss when Marvel was good. Yeah, I mean everything's falling off, dude. Like it's just there's no sense of like I don't know, man. Oh fuck, man, it sucks so bad. I just wish stuff was good again. It would create so many more like opportunities and so many more like just awesome experiences for fans, dude. I remember the last Marvel experience that I really enjoyed was Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man No Way Home when they brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? That was pretty gas, I can't lie. Like that was something I never thought would happen, right? I never thought that would happen, but it did. And that was sick. I mean, there's no debating that, right? Like I can't sit here and hate on Marvel for that. That was insane. Also, no one makes anything original. It's always a playoff and already established IP. That's very true. And the thing is, what sucks so bad about making original content now is it's even more like that now with the crazy agendas and stuff. If you don't fit a narrative, your original idea is going to get shot down before you even finish the first dude. If you say you're a writer and you have like, you know, an idea and you go to your boss, you're like, "Hey, I think we should make a video game." All right, about what? Well, there's this guy, and hold on. What's the guy? Like, what color is he? Oh, he's white. Oh yeah, no, we can't do that. Bye. That's literally how it goes now. You know that, right? That's how it happens, essentially. Hey, boss, I have this multi-million-dollar idea that's going to be a huge success. We're going to sell millions and millions of copies. We're going to break the internet. Well, what's the character's race? He's white. Yeah, we can't do that. Oh, okay. It's all good, boss. Let's make a story about, you know, a Chinese pizza delivery driver or something. You know, Chinese pizza delivery simulator. You know what I mean? Give me a break. Yeah, straight white male, the story's getting shot down right away. It's the truth. Like people can't deny that. That is very true. Like if you're a straight white male and you're the lead of a show, it's cooked. You're chopped cheese now. It's facts, bro. Like, oh, let's make him gay. Let's make him gay. Make him gay and we'll greenlight it. You know, give me a break. It's so stupid. It's just stupid. That's all it is. It's just stupid people with stupid agendas. And that's why every single person that's involved in the entertainment industry, okay, every single person that is a consumer, like all of us, right? Every single person is bored. We're all bored. There's nothing good anymore. There's nothing exciting going on. There's nothing happening. It's a boring industry. The entertainment industry is dying because everybody is so sick and tired of nonsense storytelling tactics, bro, that make no sense. Creativity is at an all-time low right now. There's nothing cool happening. Nothing cool going on. Do you guys remember in 2012, in 2013, in 2014, 2015, how every single movie trailer looked interesting? Do you guys remember that? I swear, in 2014, if I'm watching a TV show or a movie and there's like an ad, or I'm watching YouTube and there was a movie ad back then, I swear I never skipped it, bro. I never skipped it back then. But now every single time that there's an ad for a movie, I'm bored within the first 10 seconds because it's all dead. I'm saying I don't even really watch TV or movies anymore. I be watching YouTube way more, a lot more original content on YouTube. Yeah, for sure. I like creative people. Creative people make content now. That's what it is. people like me, like, dude, I have dreams and stuff like that. I want to make a comic book series. I have a ton of ideas that I'm going to capitalize on in my life. You know, I have a comic book series idea that I really want to do. You know, and it's a very awesome idea. I don't think it's ever been done in a comic book format. It might be done, you know, in other formats, but I don't think it's ever been done in a comic book format. So, I mean, I have tons of ideas that I want to do really bad, and kind of I want to bring back that creative feel. You know, I would love to do that. You know, I feel called to do that because I have really great stories and really great ideas and really sick characters, man. Because I'm not weird. I don't make characters based on agendas. I make characters based on creativity. I wrote characters a long time ago, back when I was 18, 19 years old, man. And I mean, I wrote multiple different characters, but prime example, one of my favorite characters I ever wrote, ever in my life, in a story that I have written, actually on my notes on my phone that I'm keeping all this time. I'm gonna try to turn it into some sort of comic book series someday or something. But one of my favorite characters I ever wrote. I mean, I'm a white guy, bro. Like I'm a white, you know, I have Spanish blood in me. You know, I'm like a white Spaniard, bro. Like, um, one of my favorite characters I ever wrote was like this black dude with dreads. And he was a samurai, not a samurai, but he was like a post-apocalyptic samurai, right? It was like a zombie apocalypse, and he had like the X machetes on his back and stuff, you know. And he was just like this cool character, kind of like Book of Eli style almost in a way. But yeah, just like a cool character like that, you know. Like that was one of my favorite characters I ever wrote, you know. I've also always been into cool female characters, you know. I always have. I always like cool female characters. I'm not like a woke agenda pusher though at all. You know, I have my own personal beliefs, but I mean, I can write cool characters of all races and all sexes and stuff like that without it being shoved down your throat where it's clearly, obviously, just some agenda. Arnold doesn't want to come back to the Terminator because the recent movies have been bad. I really don't know anything about the Terminator franchise right now. Wait, are they still making Terminators, guys? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Man, these concept trailers get views, man. Should I make a channel and do concept trailers? Is that the move? That girl that plays, what's her name? Sarah Connor? Terminator Dark Fate. Is that a real movie? It is, Paramount Pictures. Oh, they had Arnold in it, huh? No, stick to your main channel. Yeah, I mean, I'll always stick to my main channel too. I would always like to branch out though and do something else. You know, I'm always down for ideas. You know, I'm always just thinking, bro, like things I can do to like expand my catalog. I guess you could say. I want to just do multiple things. You know, I always have. It's definitely hard to do multiple things though. My dream is to act, play a complex character in original stories. I've always been fascinated in acting. Yeah, I actually know. I have a friend that went to acting school, graduated and everything, and um, he was pretty good actually. His name's Mike. He's a really cool dude. That's my bro, man. That's my guy right there. But he kind of got caught up in life. Like he comes from like a really rich family. Like his parents are stupid rich, right? Like millionaires. And excuse me. And what happened with Mike is he kind of just outgrew life. Like he was kind of like that spoiled kid, you know, that was living in New York, and you know his parents were bought him an apartment or paying for his apartment or whatever. It's like stupid expensive rent, like 3,500 a month, dude. Like crazy. And his parents were paying for everything while he was going to acting school. But his parents had something to do with like some sort of scientist work or something like that. So they got him a job doing the scientist work and stuff. And now he's just been doing that full time. And yeah, he hasn't really had any time to pursue acting, unfortunately, even though he like got out of class and everything. But I always thought he should just go full send with that, you know. I love dreamers, bro. I love people that have visions and ideas and are um they're people, they just envision everything, you know? I love that. I love that. I love people that have a dream. If you guys haven't heard the quote, reasonable men never achieved anything, it's a great quote to live by. Because I want to tell you guys something. This life is extremely short, okay? And if you don't do what you want to do or what you feel like you need to do, I promise you the day is going to come where it doesn't matter when it comes, bro. It could be when you're 30, when you're 35, when you're 40, when you're 50, when you're 60. And the older you get, the worse that feeling is going to get, because the closer you get to dying, the more that realization is going to settle in that you screwed up and you should have chased your dreams and pursued what you wanted to pursue, because we're all going to end up in the same spot anyway. The only home, let me tell you guys something. The only home you ever have is the grave. It's a fact. Everything you have is not yours. Your car, your house, you're not gonna have it someday. It's gonna be someone else's. The only home you ever have is the grave, bro. So if you're 60, 50, 40, if you're breathing, bro, chase something, you know? If you're alive, chase something, because like I said, the day's gonna come where you're gonna regret it, and you're gonna sit there and think, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have tried this. If only I would have tried this a little bit more, right? Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It happens to me even now, and I'm only 25. And I'm the same way. I still have major regrets. And I wish I would have done things differently. And I wish I would have done this and done that, right? So go for it. Whatever it is you guys want to do, no matter how risky it is, do it, because nothing's gonna matter, bro. Like, you might as well. You have nothing to lose. So say you go for it, it doesn't work out. Okay. Then you can go flip patties for freaking $10 or $12 an hour, $13 an hour, $15 an hour, whatever, right? But let that be a last resort, you know? You can go drop off packages working for FedEx. You can go work for the mail. You can go mow yards. You can go, you know, do dishes in a restaurant. You can go be a server. You can go be a bartender. You can go do all that stuff whenever you want, bro. You can go do that stuff. But while you can chase dreams, chase them, bro. Because I like, we all know that day's coming where we're not going to be able to. So lock it in. Lock it in and go for whatever you want to go for. Because the reality is, you'd rather not accomplish it and believe in it the whole time and sit there someday in your 60s and say, you know what? I freaking tried my hardest. I did everything I could and it didn't work out. Right? Did you try your best? Yeah, I tried my best. Okay, well, hey, I tried my best and I failed. It is what it is, right? That's a way better spot to be in than saying, well, you know, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this, I could have done that. You know what I mean? Dang, I should have prioritized this more. I should have focused on this more. It's like, in the end, you're going to regret everything that you didn't do. You're going to regret everything you didn't try. You can go work that sales job. You can go work that customer service job. You know, you can go sell vacation packages someday, right? There's things you can do to make good money, man. You can make six-figure income doing those things. You know, you can. It's true. But while you're young, while you're capable, shoot for the stars, man. Seriously. It's true. Sometimes I need to hear that, you know, because I'm still at a spot where, you know, there's cool things on the horizon potentially, but I want to do other things as well. I want to keep going. I want to do bigger things, better things, more important things, things that make more of an impact, you know? So just got to lock in, guys. I don't know how old you guys are, but if you guys are anywhere between the ages of like 17, 18 to 25 range, it's time to lock in. I'd actually say really 17 through 22, it's time to lock in. For real. Because that time goes, man. It goes quick. I remember I feel like I just turned 19, bro, and I'm 25 already. Like, it's been 6 years and some change, and I feel like I just blinked. The older you get, the faster time goes, man. When I was like 16, bro, time never went by fast. I remember when I was 16, I would do whatever I wanted to do all day, and I would never feel like time was going by fast. I'd be like, dang, time's going by slow, man. But I'm trying to tell you guys, lock in. Time to get serious. Let me know real quick, if you guys are in here, let me know how old you are. Drop into the comments. Just out of curiosity. I have an idea for everyone. I think I know. I want to see how wrong I am. Oh, man. Like, see, my neck's hurting right now. I'm old. 17? Okay, yeah. So, see, you need to lock in. Time to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I'm trying to tell you, and don't take this lightly. Like, I know I'm just some Walking Dead YouTuber that you never met. I'm not your family member. I'm not your brother. Right? I understand. But let me tell you something, bro. I'm 25. That 8 years, I'm trying to tell you, man, I would do anything to go back to being 17, bro. I would do anything to go back to being your age. Because that 8 years, you can change so much. So, yeah, so see, you guys are like the same age. So, like, if I was you guys, make sure that you guys are like locking in on stuff. Like, don't even prioritize friendship right now. Straight up. Don't prioritize friends. You guys should get jobs. If you guys don't have jobs, you should get jobs and you should save money. If you can, if you still live with your family, I would recommend stay living with your family as long as you can and pursue dreams. Straight up. Don't worry about girls. Don't worry about friends. Waste of time. Women will never not be there, bro. The world is not running out of girls. I promise. I just met like the love of my life 5-6 months ago, and she's getting ready to move in with me. And I'm 25. I've been through a lot of relationships, man. I've been through a lot of girls. Trust me. They're never going nowhere. If I was you guys, I would get jobs. I would save money, and I would pursue dreams. I would invest that money you make from your jobs into your dreams. However you have to do that. If that's acting classes for you, Breezy. If that's whatever you have to do. Some sort of, premium plan on some sort of website where you can maybe upload, headshots or videos and auditions for roles and stuff like that. Get you into some lower stuff. Whatever it is, do it, man. I plan on joining the military at 18 for 4 years. I mean, hey, at least you have a plan, bro. Some people don't even have plans, man. They just coast. I made that mistake. Just being real, I made that mistake. I was a coaster. And I was very aimless. I call it being aimless, where it's almost like you're just a drifter, right? You're just drifting. I was aimless for a long time. And I finally got that fire underneath me now to where I'm just doing stuff. I'm making moves. I'm trying, Try. Make sure you try, man. Don't live life without trying. You got to try. If you don't try, you'll just regret it. All you'll do is sit back someday and be like, damn, bro, I should have tried more. I should have locked in when I was young, Joining the military for 4 years, I mean, it's not a terrible idea. There's probably a lot of benefits you're going to get with that. It's probably a smart idea. I'm trying to go to school right now, though. I want to go to school and get like a cyber certificate degree. So here's what I'm planning on doing. I really want to be like a psychologist really bad because I love listening to people's problems. And I've been through a lot of traumatic stuff myself, but I just overcome things differently than most people, right? I don't let it bother me too much, I guess I could say, I have a high amount of like tolerance with stuff like that. I can kind of just get over things. So I'd love to be like a psychologist, man. I would love to. A mechanic? Yo, mechanics make good money. Save up the whole time so I can get acting lessons or acting coach, get professional headshots and stuff. I know it's hard to get into showbiz, but if you never try, you never know. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, the best advice I could ever give you guys is like, don't ever think that it's too hard to make it. It's never gonna work. Because the moment you do that, you're just canceling yourself out already. There's nothing wrong with cross canceling in your mind, pragmatically, logically, realistically. All that stuff's great. But imagine all the people who are great at stuff they do. Imagine all the people who are great at something they do, right? Like all the good actors, all the good football players, all the good basketball players, all the good athletes, whatever it is. Like, think about all the people that told them, you're just wasting your time, you know? Think about it for a second. There's so many people that told Aaron Rodgers, don't go play football. Oh, come on, you're not going to make it in the NFL. You know what I mean? You know how many people told Patrick Mahomes that football's a waste of time? You're never going to make it in the league, bro. It's too hard. It's too hard to make it, bro. You know how many people told LeBron James, you're not going to make it? Or Michael Jordan, you're not going to make it? You know? Every single great person in any field has been told multiple times, probably hundreds, thousands of times even, that they're not going to make it. It's too difficult. But they knew deep inside them that there was something that they have that other people don't. And that's what propelled them to keep going. Because that doubt's going to either set in or it's not, right? You're going to take it and use it as motivation and inspiration and get hungry, or you're going to start to sink in that doubt. Oh, man, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't make it, right? So I'm just saying, don't let that shit get to you, you know? If someone tells you you're not going to make it, say, we'll see, you know? And go. Use it as motivation, bro, and go for it, because I'm telling you, bro, you're going to be flipping patties someday at 35 years old thinking, damn, I should have tried to be an actor. Damn, I should have focused on this. Damn, I should have focused on that, right? Your father's a welder. That's a good career. Welders make good money. It's tough. It's hard work, but it's good. And I think once you get it down, it's less difficult. From what I heard, welding, especially traveling welders, make a lot of money, man. Traveling welders make like 6 figures. Good paying jobs. But yeah, just don't take it for granted, bro. Like, whatever situation you're in now, don't get comfortable. Yeah, you have to look at that way. Success is your only option. Failure's not an option, bro. Like, you have to realize in the end, like, you're going to be dead someday. Think about that. Gavin's going to be dead. I'm going to be dead. You're going to be dead. Isaiah's going to be dead. Everybody that stopped in his stream today, every single person that stopped in his stream is not going to be here someday. So, like, what the heck do you have to lose? Right? Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing. Go for it, bro. Knock it out. You know? One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite books I've ever read. It's actually more of a daily devotional than it is a book, right? Like, it's a book, but it's not like a story necessarily, but you guys know what I'm saying. One of my favorite quotes ever is a quote that says, it's necessary for me to go, but it's not necessary for me to live. It's one of my favorite quotes of all time. I love that. I live by that, you know? You have to look at things that way. Like, that'll propel you, bro. Like, it's necessary for you to go, but it's not necessary for you to live. Because death is inevitable, right? So, hey, there you go, right? It's like that professor guy that was saying, no matter how risky something you're doing is, it's never going to be riskier than life, because you never make it out alive, you know? Like, no matter how risky what you're doing is, it doesn't matter. Like, you're never making it out alive. You can become a billionaire, trillionaire. You're never going to live forever, bro. You know? You're not Michael Myers. You're not the Terminator. You're just a regular guy. So, it's a reality, bro. It's a great quote. I want to get that, like, I have that quote, like, written down so many places, because, like, if you have any fear with anything, I always say fear is the one thing that just stops all progress, man. Fear kills dreams more than anything. Fear kills dreams more than anything, bro. And, like, if you're going to sit here and let fear dictate your future and your choices, your decisions, your moves, you already lost. So that quote, it's necessary for me to go, it's not necessary for me to live, that quote, in my opinion, it just completely evaporates fear. Because you realize there's no reason to be scared of anything, because we're all going to be dead someday. So why the hell are we scared, right? Doesn't matter. Like fear's not even real, bro. That's how you have to look at it. Like, fear's not real. It doesn't exist. Don't even look at it like it's real. You know how you think of, like, scary stuff, like the freaking It Clown or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever it is, right? And you're like, it's just a fictional character. That's how you have to look at fear altogether. Like, don't even let fear have any control or like power in your life, because like in the end, you're gonna sit there someday, bro. I'm telling you, man. We're all gonna be there. We're all gonna develop some health issues. We're all gonna have problems, man. Nothing to be scared of. We all die someday, bro. Time always runs out, man. Father Time's undefeated. We all run out of time. And I think the thing that sucks the most is, you know, some people don't ever get to accomplish the things they really were even supposed to, right? Like, some people don't accomplish the stuff they're supposed to accomplish. So it just sucks. So you guys, look, man, whatever you guys want to do with your lives, knock it out. Go for it. Don't be scared, because no reason to be scared, man. Whatever you guys want to do it. I'm still at that point. I'm 25, man. I'm older than you guys, and like, I'm like, hey, I'm still gonna go for something. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm going balls deep, straight up, bro. Locking in, you know. So, here's what it is. We'll see what happens. What does this number 1 by Breezy's name mean? Oh, it must be because you commented a lot. Number 1. Let's go. Shout out Breezy. Shout out Breezy Berry. W's. And Gavin. Breezy and Gavin, you guys are carrying today. Time doesn't have patience. That's true. Yeah, who knows? You never know. I know some people in the I know some people, man, you know. You're a W guy, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm just trying my best. I'm just trying my best to keep it real. It's true, bro. I'm telling you, like, bro, like, people, like, I never had anybody to really tell me that when I was that age, bro. Like, everyone kind of just thinks it's all so far-fetched, and like I said, every great person had somebody telling them not to do it, you know? Whatever you're great at, whatever a great person is great at, whatever greatness they have, like, they weren't born with it, bro. They weren't. They were all, like, we're all regular people, bro. There's nothing really that separates us that much. Maybe intelligence. But in terms of, like, determination, drive, desire, motivation, discipline, those are all developed. You know what I mean? Those are all developed, so we all bleed the same. We're all humans. Like, there's no reason not to try for stuff, man. There's no reason not to just go for it as hard as you can. And if you fail, who cares? That's what I always say, bro. Who cares? Because, like, look, in the end, if you'd so much rather fail knowing you tried your hardest than end up just being a failure in life, thinking, damn, I didn't try my best, right? So just go for it. Go as hard as you can. Knock something out of the ballpark, man. And then whatever happens, happens. You'll if you do end up flipping patties at a McDonald's someday when you're 50 years old, I promise you'll feel a lot better about it if you actually tried your best with something, right? But if you end up flipping patties regardless and you didn't try your best when you were young, you're gonna be like, dang, bro, what if I could have become the next, like, big actor or the next big, whatever, right? What if I could have provided a way better life for my family? You just don't want to end up feeling like a failure. Just don't end up feeling like a failure, full of regret, bro. Like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that's like sitting at the bar someday, like, dang, man, I should have done this, I should have done that. It sucks, bro. I hate people like that too. It's like, because you're in control of your own life. You control your destiny, bro. So fix it. Fix that crap. Whatever way you want to, fix it. Do 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 do. Dang, we gained hella subscribers today. I was looking at my analytics. Today alone, we've gained I think today alone we've gained almost where we're at. We just hit 1,500. Yeah, I'm actually at 1,513 now. So that's sick. I didn't even realize that. Shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, we're at 1,513 subs now. W's, major W's. That's awesome. Yeah, just we're up like 50. We're almost up 100 subs in the last week. That's actually like really good, bro. I can't lie. It's awesome. I think it's the shorts too, bro. I've been uploading a lot of shorts. Yeah, almost at 1,600, growing. Yeah, no, we're trying, bro. I'm doing my best. You know, I want to grow, man. You know, I want to get more views and grow, get more people to support me and stuff like that. Why not, man? Like I know there's still like a lot of Walking Dead fans. You know what I mean? That would like my videos. You know, I think just the more consistent I am, like the more consistent I am, I really know that people will start to like my videos more. Yo, Boombox, what's up, brother? You have mad potential, bro. Thanks, man. I'm just trying my best. Just vibing out, having good times. You know? This guy just said, I'm replying to comments right now. This guy just said, I'm on the fence. A Rick and Daryl reunion means the end of The Walking Dead. I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I don't think Rick and Daryl reuniting means it's the end of the show. The Walking Dead is one of the greatest shows ever made. It is, bro. It's a great show. Broke all kinds of records on TV back in the day. That's what people don't understand, bro. Like, The Walking Dead was the most popular show of all time back in the day. It was huge. It was a huge success. Like, man, it did so much. Maybe make videos talking about your opinions on the film media these days? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to get more into like opinionated stuff, but I don't want to do that on this channel. I might make a different channel and make videos about like political stuff maybe. I don't know. I've thought about it for a long time. You know? All the best, bro. Whatever you are planning. Yo, thanks, Boombox. I appreciate it, bro. That's the thing is like I never know what I'm planning because I just be chilling, man. I hope you get success. Thanks, I appreciate it. You as well, man. Whatever you're doing in life, I hope it works out too. You have a good heart. I try my best, man. I would like to say I do. I appreciate you saying it. I just want everybody to win, bro. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to win and do good. That's all. Jeez, I've been live for 2 hours, bro. Holy smokes. I've been live for a long time. Conversations have been great today, though, guys. These have been fantastic. I don't know if you did already, but a vid about The Walking Dead overall and what makes it one of the best shows would be a good watch. Yeah, I mean, hey, I could probably do that, you know? I know today I'm making a when I close the stream off, I'm actually going to make a new video and post it about a potential spinoff with like or a potential for Rick and Negan and everybody to reunite, you know? Because it seems like at the end of Dead City Season 2, Maggie and Negan need some help, right? So what if Rick helps them? It's just an idea. Probably not going to happen. But it would be pretty sick, though, right? I mean, it would be cool. Yeah, no, it's been gas, bro. It's been fun. It's been really fun. This has definitely been my favorite stream by far, man. You guys are awesome to talk to. Don't forget to turn on those notifications, man. Every time I go live, if you guys can hop in here and chill, let's do it. Like I said, I don't know exactly if I'm going to be going live every single day. But I'm pretty sure I've been live 3 days in a row now, so W's. And sometimes, like, you know, the streams do good, man. Sometimes, like, whenever, I think the custom thumbnails are smart, too, for the streams. I've been doing that, too. So it's good to get in here. All right, Breezy. All right, I'm out of here. I didn't even know who you were when I came across this live. I subscribed. I'm gonna be watching all your videos. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. It means a lot. Seriously, it's fun to just chill out and talk, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, I try to make videos pretty consistently. I think over the last week I've made 4 videos. So maybe 5 or so. So yeah, I try to be pretty consistent. Will I be live tomorrow? Yeah. I'll be live tomorrow and probably Thursday as well. And Friday. Typically, I'll be live every day of the week. But the weekends I spend with my girl. So, yeah, we typically are doing stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably be live every day of the week. Thursdays are just peak. Low key, right? What is it about Thursdays that are so fire? I don't know. It's funny, I used to watch people's live streams, and I never understood how they could be live, you know, for 2 hours just in here talking to people. I was always like, man, I could never do that. And here I am. I've been live for freaking over 2 hours now. 2 hours and 20 minutes almost. And it's just like, it's easy, bro. Time just ticks, you know? Time just goes, man. So, but yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it off here. It's been fun. I think I'm gonna go and get some lunch, work on some videos. I'll have the video out today. I appreciate everyone for stopping by, showing love, showing support. It means a lot to me. So I appreciate you guys for all that. And yeah, we'll hopefully I'll see you guys in here tomorrow. Yeah, you as well, Gavin. It's been fun. You too, Breezy, everybody else that came by, all the people, Isaiah, Boombox, everybody that commented. If I'm forgetting anybody. But those were the main ones. Miriam as well. Made some cool Resident Evil conversations. So yeah, we'll get it cracking tomorrow once again, guys. Unless I'm like busy doing stuff. I don't know, but I'm gonna try my best. Like I said, I try to go live every day of the week. So, all right, fellas, I appreciate it, Gavin. I will see you guys tomorrow, and like I said, new video probably coming out here soon. So, don't forget to check it out. Drop a like, share, all that stuff. It helps. So, you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there in the crazy world, man. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace out.